Alright. So fractions, this is how today's session is gonna go. First, we're gonna learn the theory real quick. Like fractions doesn't have a lot of theory. Almost all of you might know fractions, right? So we are gonna do a quick recap, and then we'll move on to the questions, right? 3 questions we'll be doing today from the past papers. So firstly, addition and subtraction of fractions are carried out in a similar way. So let me know in order to add these two fractions, what should be equal? The sound isn't enough. Is the sound enough? Like you guys can hear me, right? Yeah, the denominators, exactly. Okay, so the denominators must be equal. Okay? So everybody, all of you might have known this concept of LCM. Do you guys know the concept of LCM? The lowest common multiple? Yes, great. Exactly. So we should look at the LCM and make it the LCM, right? Like we should make the denominators equal. So we use the concept of LCM for that. In this case, it's easily, what's the LCM? The LCM is 4. So we'll only have to multiply this fraction by 2. And then when we do something to the denominator of a fraction, we also must do the same thing to the numerator. Like that's basic thing. So here is 2 over 4 plus 1 over 4. And the answer is 3 over 4. This is basic theory. Like I'm just doing an example and going to the next operation, right? So any doubts in addition? I guess not. I hope not. Okay, right. No doubts in addition. Let's see subtraction. What will be the answer? Yes, I'll be sharing the recordings most probably. Yes. Like you guys do this. Yeah, you guys do this and let me know the answer. Yes, I've received an answer. Yeah, so the LCM is clearly 17. Like you don't have to do this. Like don't do this. Like by long division, don't check the LCM. Just think you can make this 70 and this 72. So you have to multiply this by 10 and this by 7. If not, there's a short method. Like if you understood this, it's okay. If you didn't, it's okay too. Right? See, you just have to do this. Multiply this number, like multiply the denominator of the second fraction by the numerator of the first fraction, and then do the same to the other side and multiply these together. So what will be the answer? 10 times 5 is 50, minus 2 times 7 is 14, over 7 times 10 is 7. Is this understood? Like this is a short method, but you can do either way. You can do the normal way or else this way. Right? So the answer might be 37 over 36 over 70, which is 18 over 35. Is this clear? Is this clear? Okay, I'll tell the method once more. Let's see. Suppose you have two fractions, 2 over 3 and 5 over 7. Right? So you'll have to add these two. In order to add these two, like I'm telling the short method, we'll just have to multiply this. 7 times 2 is 14 and do the same here. 3 times 5 is 15. For the denominator, you guys multiply the both denominators. So it's 21. So the answer will be something like 29 or 21. This is a mixed fraction, so you can make this. So mixed fractions we won't be discussing, like this is pretty basic. Like your O-level question doesn't require this, but this is basic maths. Okay? So is this clear? Like the short method? Okay. Right. So we'll move on to multiplication and division. Multiplication and division. So simply, multiplication and division doesn't require the denominators to be equal. You guys know that, right? So multiplication and division we can perform on any two fractions. For example, we have to multiply 2/3 by 7/5. You just can multiply the numerator separately and the denominator separately. So the answer will be 14/15. Is this understood? Yes. And also you can use the method of cancellation. Like for example, you guys got some big fractions like 60/70 into 8/16. See, like clearly we can cancel the zeros, right? We can divide these two by 10 and cancel the zeros. And then we can cancel, like only we can cancel numerators and denominators. Like numerators and numerators must be multiplied. These guys can be cancelled. So like this like this or like this. So we can cancel 8, 1 8s are 8 and 2 8s are 16. So it will be, the final answer will be, like we can cancel some more, right? That's 1 2 into and 3 2s in 6. So the final answer will be 3/7. So this is an easy way, like to avoid big simplifications, we can cancel off the numbers. Is that clear? Yes. Okay. And in division is similar to multiplication. Like we perform multiplication in division too, but we do a small change here. For example, suppose you will have to divide this fraction, divide these two fractions. So in order to divide, like we can't divide fractions, we have to do the inverse of multiplication. Like this. The first fraction we keep it as it is and we change the sign. We change it to multiplication. So we change this to multiplication. So we take the reciprocal of the next fraction. It's 5/3. So the final answer will be a mere multiplication. 2 times 10 is 2 times 5 is 10 and 3 times 3 is 9. Exactly. We have to turn the numerator and denominator upside down, which means we have to reciprocate. This is the reciprocal of 3/5. Is that clear? Yeah. So suppose we have to divide a fraction by a number, for example. I'll have to divide this by 3. So I'll have to divide this by 3. The same thing, huh? For 3 is a whole number. So what's the denominator? What's the denominator of 3? Exactly. The denominator of 3 is 1. So 7/5, do the same thing. Change the sign and then reciprocate. It's 1/3. So the final answer will be 7/3. Right? Is that clear for everyone? Good. All right. So I'll ask you guys a question. Try doing this, like it's a pretty simple question, and let me know the answers. All right. What is 50 divided by half? Be quick. What is 50 divided by half? I'm getting a lot of answers, the wrong ones. Yes, I got one correct answer. 2. Okay. 3. Good. Now you guys understood the experiment, right? So it's not 50 divided by 2. I asked you guys, what is 50 divided by half? So 50 divided by half is 50 into the reciprocal. The answer will be 100. Right? 50 divided by 2 is 25. Right? Okay. Yeah, this is for 2022 O-level batch. I'm revising the basics and then like we are going to go for the questions. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the basics. And some more theory, like you guys must know, in the O-level question, they are checking this stuff. So in the O-level question, there's a scenario, right? For example, they are talking about a land or else a piece of cake. So anything, the whole thing, like the whole land, if you consider the whole land, it is, the value is 1. Yes, 2024, grade 10, grade 9, anybody can join this because this is fractions, right? Anyone can join. So if you talk about the whole land, if you represent the whole land numerically, it is 1. Like if you talk about a bottle of water, like they are talking about fractions. If you need the value of the whole bottle of water, you can consider that as 1. Is that clear? Like 1 is the biggest fraction, like 1 is a whole number, so the biggest, the nearest fraction is 1, right? Like for example, if you divide this cake into 4 pieces, the whole cake is 4 out of 4. Which is, what is 4 out of 4? It's 1. That's clear, right? Okay. And you guys must know another thing. They always check. They always ask you answers with respect to the whole thing, like with respect to the whole stuff. Like if it's a piece of chocolate, like consider this to be a slab of chocolate. So they say, I ate 1/4 of the chocolate. So what's remaining? If I ate 1/4, what's remaining? Like forget the picture and consider mathematically. Yes, 3 over 4, right? 3 over 4. Like if you see the picture, this is 1/4. This is what I ate. So remainder is 3 over 4. If you consider mathematically, if you want to write this mathematically, there was a whole chocolate. That's 1, and you ate 1/4. So you can solve this and get 3 over 4, right? Like without going for diagrams, you can check the data. It's 1/4. There was the whole chocolate. So I said you whole is 1. So whole chocolate minus 1/4. 1 can be written as anything. Like that's the speciality of 1. If you want 1, you can write this 3 over 3. This can be 15 over 15. This can be 100 out of 100. Like everything is 1, right? So I need the denominator to be 4. So I'll consider this to be 4 over 4 minus 1 over 4, which is 3. This is how you must answer the question. Like you can't go for diagrams in the order paper. This is how you must answer. Is that clear? Is this clear? For guys who missed the first part, I'll be providing recordings. Right? No worries. Okay, so I said I ate 1/4 of the chocolate, and I continue to say like this. I'm saying my friend ate 1/3 of the remaining. I'm saying my friend ate 1/3 of the remaining. So let me know out of the total fraction, how much has my friend eaten? Let me know. You guys understood the question, right? I ate 1/4 and my friend ate 1/3 of the remaining. how much has he eaten with respect to the total chocolate? Yes, here's where you make mistakes. That's all right. Let's clear it up. You guys try. I've been receiving answers. Some of them are correct and some of them are wrong. Let's see. See, it's simple. You will have to catch this word, the remaining. So now you don't have the whole chocolate. You have 3/4, right? This is the remaining part. So my friend ate 1/3 of what is the mathematical symbol of of? Of means multiplication. So my friend ate 1/3 of the remaining. The remaining is this. So my friend has actually eaten 1/4 of the whole chocolate. Is this clear? This is where guys make mistakes. The O-level fractions question is very easy, right? You will just have to understand the question. It's very easy. Okay. Again, see, I ate 1/4, so remaining part is this. Right? And my friend ate 1/3 of the remaining, not of the whole chocolate. Right? My friend ate 1/3 of the remaining. So we can cancel this off, and the answer is 1/4. Like my friend has eaten also 1/4. For example, see this, see the diagram. I have eaten 1/4. So this is what I am left with. I'm left with 3 pieces. So my friend has eaten 1/3. Like there's 3 pieces. He has eaten 1 out of 3. So see, out of the whole chocolate, he has also eaten 1 piece. Like out of the 4 pieces, he has also eaten 1. Is that clear? Yes, good. So I repeat, like don't go for diagrams. Diagrams can be pretty complicated. Correct? So always try to understand the words. Like the remaining means what you have in hand, and of means clearly multiplication, and that's it. I hope this is clear for everybody. If this is clear, we can move into the questions. Yes. Okay, let's move into the questions. The 2020 O-level question. All right. So 2020 O-levels. Let's see. A container of 5-liter capacity. So I'm not going to draw any diagram because it will be pretty confusing. Like it will be confusing. Like you can't do 2 stuff simultaneously. So we'll just read the question. A container of 5-liter capacity was completely filled with soft drink. So the capacity is 5 liter. 3/10 of this amount was used to serve drinks. Like 3/10 is used to serve drinks. Right? So I'm gonna mark this as serving drinks. So now just read the first question, Roman number 1. What fraction of the capacity of the container was the amount of soft drink remaining? So 3/10 is used. So what is remaining? Exactly. So as I said, consider the whole bottle to be 1. Consider the whole bottle to be 1, and 3/10 is used. So what is remaining? 7/10. See, the whole bottle is 1 minus 3/10, or else you can easily see in it like 3 is used out of 10. So how much remain? 7 is remaining. I mean, 7 parts are remaining. So from this simplification we get, I can write 1 as 10/10. 10/10 minus 3/10 is 7/10. So not in 7. The question is 2020 O levels, Roman number 1. So, and then now this is the easy part. Then they are asking 5/7. Now read the question carefully. 5/7 of the soft drink remaining. So how much is remaining? The remaining value is 7/10. So this is what you must write. 5/7 of the soft drink remaining was poured into a bottle. So this is poured into a bottle. Poured into a bottle. So let me know, simplify this and let me know the simplest form of the fraction which is poured into a bottle. What is the simplest form? Exactly, half. Half. This is multiplication, so I can cancel this. And again I can cancel 1 5s are 5 and 2 5s are 10. So the fraction is half. Half is poured into a bottle. 3 out of 10 is used for serving drinks. And I'm going to write here half into the bottle. You must keep track of these because these are used in the further questions, right? Okay. So this is it. And then what are they asking? What fraction of the capacity of the container was the amount of soft drink left in the container after that? So see, they are asking the remaining. This is used to serve drinks and this is used for the bottle. So we can easily find the remaining by subtracting these two. We're going to subtract these two from what? From the number 1. Let me know if that's clear. Like there was the whole bottle and this is used to serve drinks. This is used to pour into another bottle. So if you solve this, you will get the answer. Is that clear? Shall I repeat? I'll repeat. See, I'll repeat. What was the scenario? There was a bottle, and 3 out of 10 was used to serve drinks. Yes, 3. There was a bottle, and 3 out of 10 was used to serve drinks. So this is now remaining. This is remaining. And then they say 5 out of 7 of the remaining was poured into a bottle. So out of the total bottle, this part, out of the total container, this part was poured into a bottle. So actually we have taken now 3 over 10 and also half. We have taken out these two from the container. So they are asking what is remaining. So in order to find what is remaining, we must subtract the sum of these two by the whole bottle. Is that clear? We must subtract the used liquid by the whole capacity. Is that clear? Yes. What is it? Yeah, I'm receiving answers. Like if anyone has doubts regarding this, let me. We are still working on the second question's answer. Right? We are still working on. Let's see. We can simplify this. I'll use this board. 1 minus 3 out of 10 plus 1 out of 2. Like I can make this 5 out of 10 by multiplying by 5 to make the denominators equal. So this is 3 out of 10 plus 5 out of 10, which is 1 minus 8 out of 10. So what is 1 minus 8 out of 10? It's clearly 2 out of 10. This is 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 minus 8 out of 10 is 2 out of 10. This is also 1 out of 4. Is this clear? Yeah, half is not an answer for a question. Like half, we must need this. We need this in order to find the answer. Like the story is like this. There was a bottle, and this part was used from the bottle, and again, this was also used from the bottle. Right? So now they are asking what's remaining. So we must subtract these two from the whole bottle. Without half, you can't continue finding the answer for the second one. Is that clear? Right? Okay. So this is purely a matter of English and understanding. Like you will just have to understand. Like don't go to answer the question at once. Read the scenario and may try to understand what's happening. It is important. The last question. So this is remaining. Eh? Now what's remaining? 1/5 of the whole bottle is remaining. Now they are asking, and I'll give you another tip. Definitely, they will give you answers which get cancelled. Like if you don't get answers which get cancelled, like you can assume that you are going in the wrong path. Like see, this clearly got cancelled, right? So definitely, like you can check the O-level past papers and see they get cancelled, right? Okay, let's move on. Like we can stay for long in a single Roman number, right? You can understand. You can watch the recording if you need. And Roman number 3. Now more soft drink was added to the amount of soft drink in the container. See, now what is left in the container? 1/5. So 1/5 is left in the container. Now let's talk liters. Like the full container was 5 liters. Now what's remaining? The remaining is 1/5 of 5 liters. So how many liters are remaining? Let me know. This is remaining. There was 5 liters. 1 liter is remaining, right? 1/5 of 5 liters. So 5 to 5 get cancelled. 1 liter is remaining. Exactly. So there was 1 liter remaining, and they say they add some more drink. So we don't know how much is it. So I'll consider this to be X, right? There was 1 liter and they add X liters. And what happens? The container becomes, the quantity becomes exactly half of the container. The total container was 5 liters. What is exactly half of it? If you have a 5 liter container, what is half of it? 2.5, exactly. So, did you understand this equation? There was 1 liter remaining. They added more drink and the container became 2.5 liters. The liquid became 2.5 liters. That's clear, right? So, they are asking us to find the added amount. How to find it? Exactly. We must subject X, right? Like you can take 1 liters to the other side. So it becomes X equals 2.5 liters minus 1 liter. So what is 2.5 minus 1? It's 1.5. They have added 1.5 liters to the liquid. So that's what they asked in the Roman number 3. Usually in the fractions question, the first few Roman numbers use fractions. They run with fractions. And then the last Roman number, they are dealing with the quantity. If it's about money, then it will be in rupees. Yeah. There will be a seminar. I'll let you know the further seminars, right? For other lessons. Right? Okay. I'll inform you through groups. Right? Okay, thank you. Right, let's move on to the next question. The next question will be 2019. 2019. Let's see. Okay, 2019. 7 out of 15. This is 7 out of 15 of the total length of a drain was dug on the first day. So on the first day, 7 out of 15. So let me make things clear. Even if they don't ask the remaining amount, you just find the remaining amount. What's the remaining amount? So 7 out of 15 is here. What's remaining to be done? 8 out of 15, right? So remaining is 8 out of 15. Remaining first day. In the first day, they dug 7 out of 15, and what remains is 8 out of 15. Good. So, give me a minute. Yes, we'll be discussing almost all the past papers. Today, we are doing only 3 questions, and Wednesday we'll be doing the rest. Okay. Yeah, exactly. 8 out of 15 is remaining. Let's see. That was on the first day, right? And on the second day, they say 1/4 of the remaining length. So, see, this becomes used, right? This is used now. 1/4 of the remaining. This is remaining. The remaining length was dug on the second day. So, let me know how much was dug on the second day. Simplify that and let me know. Yes, we can cancel it. Of means multiplication, and then we can cancel 1 4s are 4 and 2 4s are 8. So that's 2 out of 15. See, every fraction question has the same pattern, right? The previous question was about dreams, the first time and the second time. So this was about digging something. This was this first time and the second, first day, the second day. It understood up to this point? Is it understood? Yes, good. So let's see. They are asking what fraction of the total length was dug on the second day. See, you don't even have to read the question. You know the answer. 2 out of 50. Right? The method is this. You just write this and you write the answer. Okay. And Roman number 3. At the end of the first 2 days, a further length of 600 meters was remaining. See, I told you the first few questions run with fractions and then they take the units. Like if it's money, it's from rupees. This is the length, so it's from meters. So what's remaining? 600. 600 meters was remaining. So we know the remaining fraction. Like this is done and this is done. 7 out of 15 is done and 2 out of 15 is done. So what's remaining? What's remaining to be dug? This is very identical to the first question. Yes. See, 7 out of 15 is dug and also 2 out of 15 is dug. So we can find the remaining by subtracting it. Right? So this is 9 out of 15. Actually 9 out of 15 is dug. So what is 1 minus 9 out of 15? Exactly. 6 out of 15. You don't even have to write this. See, 7 parts are done and 2 parts are done. Altogether 9 parts done. So there are 15 parts in total. So if 9 is over, how much is remaining? 6 parts are remaining, right? Out of 15. Is this clear? The remaining fraction? Yeah. So 6 out of 15 of the total length is remaining. So I can write 6 out of 15. They are asking for the total length. So I don't know the total length. I take the total length as x. 6 out of 15 of x. Like multiplication is not necessary because this is an algebraic term, right? 6 out of 15 of the total length is 600 meters. Is this clear? Is this equation clear? This is remaining. The remainder of the total length is 600. Yeah, that's clear. Eh? Correct. If not, I'll repeat. See, the first day task is done. The second task is also done. So the remaining task is this. 6 out of 15 is remaining. Correct? Like we are talking about the total length. So the total length is unknown. 6 out of 15 of the total length is remaining. Right? The total length is unknown. Therefore, I took it as x. 6 out of 15 of the total length. So that's 6 out of 15x. We need to subject x. We need to find x. How to find x? We'll just cross multiply. We'll move 15 to the numerator and 6 to the denominator. So this is simplification. So x will be 600 into 15 over 6. So 600 over 6 is 100. What is 100 times 15? 1500. It's 1500 meters, the total length. Is this clear? Yeah, I've been receiving many answers. Yeah, you can keep this in meters or kilometers as well. Like 1500 meters means 1.5 kilometers. This is also accepted. Yeah, this is third one's answer. Always see what they ask at last. They are asking the total length. But in order to find the total length, we will be needing this. We will be needing the remainder. Right? Is this clear? Am I obstructing the board? Is it clear? Clear, right? Good. Yes. So the Roman number 4 is not actually fractions, it's from inverse proportions. Man days, that stuff. Right? So let's read it and let's also complete that. See that this is not fractions, Roman number 4. They say it is estimated that 4 men will require 3 days. So what's the magnitude of the task in man days? How many man days? Yes, the magnitude of the task is 12 man days. The magnitude is 12 man days. And always remember this. You know that if you know the magnitude, if you know the man days, just divide this by whatever they give. See, they say how many more men needed to be engaged to dig this length in 2 days. They say there's 2 days. There's only 2 days to dig. See, divide it from the data. What they give. If they give 2 men, just divide it. That's it. So 2 days, days to days get cancelled. So what's the amount of men? 6 men needed. But this will not be the answer. They are asking how many more men. See, at first they needed 4 men. Now they need 6 men. How many more men they need? Yes, exactly. They need 2 men more. This is the final answer. This is not the final answer. They need the extra amount of men needed. So this is the answer. Is it clear? Simple stuff, right? See, so 10 marks for the paper. Like out of 200, this is 10 marks. Okay. So the final question for today is 2018 O levels. 28. Let's read the question. They say a man intended to distribute a certain amount of money he had. So this is about money, right? Like this was his plan. He was about to give the wife 2/5. He was about to give the wife 2/5, and they say he was about to divide the remaining amount equally to his sons. So let me know if he gave 2/5 to his wife, what's remaining? Yes, if he gave 2/5, 3/5 is remaining, right? Out of 5, he gave 2, so 3 is remaining. So he was planning to divide this equally among his 3 sons. So how many sons he had? 3 sons. So you just have to divide this by 3. So the denominator is 1. You know how to divide. 3 out of 5 multiplied 1 out of 2. Sorry, 1 out of 3. So the answer will be this amount will be received by 1 son. Is that understood? As per his plan, he was about to give 2/5 to his wife and 3/5 of the remaining to the sons. Sorry, 1/3 of the remaining to his sons. Like this is the remaining, he divided it by 3. That's clear, right? So each son would get 1/5. This was his plan. But let's read the question further and let's see if his plan goes as planned. See, however, he had to give 1/6 of this amount to his brother before he distributed it. So, see, now this is not the plan. He'll be giving 1/6 to his brother. Like he gives 1/6 to his brother. And they say he distributed the remaining amount as originally planned. He distributes the remaining amount as originally planned. So what's remaining? Now the question, remember, the question runs from the remaining amount. Is this clear? The remaining amount. Now this is what happened. This was his plan. But this was what happened. This was the plan. This didn't go as planned. What happened? The brother received 1/6. So he has been left with 5/6. The man is left with 5/6. Right? The remaining. Now they are asking what fraction of the initial amount that the man had did the wife receive? Simple. See, if you understood this, now this is what the man has in hand. This is the fraction of the land he has in hand. So he had to divide this to his wife. How much he's going to give? 2/5. So he's going to give 2/5 of this amount. Like he only has this much. He doesn't have 1 now. He doesn't have 6/6. Why is that? He gave 1/6 to the brother. So he is left with 5/6. So he must divide 2/5 of 5/6 to the brother. How 5/6 came? Like he gave 1/6 to the brother. So what's remaining is 5/6. Is this clear? And what about this? This is what the wife receives. Yes. So this is what the wife receives. How much is it? The wife receives 2/5 of the amount he has in hand. Exactly. This is 1/3. See, 5 to 5 cancels. We can also cancel this. 1 is 3. So this is what the wife receives as a total. So wife receives 1/3. So when answering the question, you can follow your own method, right? So you can say, you can write something like remaining amount is 5/6. Why is it? He gave 1/6 to the brother. This is remaining. Now wife receives as planned 2/5 of the amount, remaining amount. So this is 1/3. So answering the question, the method of answering is in your hands. Like you just have to understand the concept. This is clear, me? The wife's part. Okay. Okay. Let's see. So this question is pretty complicated compared to the former questions, 2020 and 2019. Those are easy when compared with this, right? Like we are still on Roman number 1. Right? Let's move on to Roman number 2. What fraction of the initial amount did he have remaining after giving to his brother and his wife? Now we are going with the flow, the normal type. See, he gave 1/6 to his brother, he gave 1/3 to his wife. Now they're asking what's remaining. Let's see. Yes, exactly. The answer is correct. 3/6 will be remaining. See, let's work it out. He gave 1/6 to his brother and he gave 1/3 to his wife. In order to find the remaining, you must subtract it from the whole land, right? Subtract it. 1/6. This becomes 2/6. You must equal the denominators. So this is 2/6. So 1 minus, here it's 3/6. 1 minus 3/6 is again 3/6. You can further simplify this. What is 3/6 in the simplest form? What is it? Exactly. It's half. It's 1/2. So the remainder is half. This will be the answer for the Roman number 2. Is this clear? Is it clear? Yes. Okay. So we are in the last Roman number. See, like after the session, you better try this question alone again, because this is a good question, right? This is not as easy as we think. Pretty complicated. Okay. So let's move on. So this is remaining. Half is remaining. I'll write it here. Now let me know. He has given to his brother and also to his wife. So who else must he give? Who else is remaining to be distributed? Who's there? Three sons are there. So he has only half of the land in hand. He has half of the land. So he must divide this by 3 because he has 3 sons, right? 3 sons. So how much does one son receive now? Let me know. Exactly. Yes. Like there's half of the land and he had 3 sons. So we divided this by 3. The answer will be each son now receives 1 out of 6. Each son now receives 1 out of 6. Is this clear? Now he has distributed to the brother, to the wife, and also to the son. This wasn't necessary, but in order to answer the third question, we need this. Is this clear? Like how I got 1 out of 6? One son receives this part, but as per the plan, one son receives 1/5. Let me know which is bigger, 1/5 or 1/6. Which is bigger? 1/5 or 1/6? That's pretty easy, right? 1/5 is bigger because, like, think about it. You have two equal cakes, and you divide one cake into 5 somehow, and you divide another cake into 6. Right? So here one person will get a larger part. Will compare to this, right? So division by 6. This is a small part when comparing with this, right? So actually the son had to receive 1/5, but he receives 1/6. Let's see what they say. They say the amount the son received was 4,000 rupees less than the amount he was to receive. Yeah, I haven't cut them properly. Like I'm not good at cutting cakes, right? Okay. See, the amount the son received was 40,000 rupees less than the amount he was to receive. That's true. Right? See, like the son was about to receive 1/5. He has received something lesser than 1/5. Right? So we can understand this like this. 1/5, like this is what he was to receive. But this is what he received. So the difference must be 40,000, right? They are telling, if I may, yeah, like he was to receive 1/5, but he received 1/6. So the difference, he is lacking 40,000. Is it clear? If the person hasn't given money to his brother, the son would have received 40,000 more. Is this clear? Is this equation clear? Yeah. So they are asking find the amount the man had initially. So actually, this is we are talking about the total amount. I don't know the total amount. It's x. I'm going to multiply x with this fraction because I don't know the total amount. Again, okay. Yeah, again, see. I'll do this again. The son was to receive 1 out of 5, but he received 1 out of 6. So the difference, like for example, the son was to receive 1,40,000, but he receives 1 lakh. Something like this right? 1,40,000, he receives 1 lakh. So the gap is 40,000. Similarly, we are talking fractions here. So the son was to receive 1/5, but he received 1/6. So the gap is 40,000. They are asking for the total amount. What is the total amount? Like I told you earlier, if you need the total in fractions, what number would you give for the total? 1. The number is 1, right? So you'll have to simplify this and make this side 1. So you will get the answer, 40,000 rupees. Let's simplify this. The easy way is multiply this by 1, multiply this by 1, and multiply these together. So it's 6 minus 5. 6, yes, 6 times 1 is 6, 5 times 1 is 5, over 30, which will be 40,000 rupees. So 6 minus 5 is 1, 1 over 30 is 40,000 rupees. So we need 1, right? We need the total. Or else you can consider this as x. Or you can just keep it as 1. Right? So you need to subject 1. In order to subject 1, we'll just have to multiply this by 30. If I talk in diagrams, like you had the money, you split it into 30. Like there isn't 30 here. Just consider there's 30. You split it into 30. So 1 out of 30 is 40,000. So the total amount, in order to get the total amount, you have to multiply this by 30, right? Simply, you just have to subject 1. 1 over 30 is 40,000. So what is the whole amount? The whole amount, 1. The whole amount is 40,000 into 30, which will be 1,200,000 rupees. That's a huge amount of money. Is this understood? Like, let me know if it's understood up to this point. Yes. So it's understood. So 1 over 30 is 40,000. So for example, if I say I have some money, half of it is 50,000. What is the total amount of money? Yeah, you can multiply this by x, right? If you need it. The total amount of money is unknown, so you can keep x here and you can subject x. So even that will give you 1,20,000. Right? So see, half of my money is 50,000. So the total money, in order to get the total money, you just multiplied it by 2. Just multiplied it by 2. So the total money will be 1,100,000. So similarly, here the denominator is not 2, it's 30. So you'll just have to multiply it by 30. Is this clear? You can use x. That's very good if you use x. Even without using x, we can solve this question. So are all the 3 questions clear? So it's exactly 9 p.m. Like the hour is over, right? So next day, like I'll be putting a poll in the group, like if we need more questions from fractions or else how about it? Let's see. So God bless you for today.